We believe in rapid iteration. We believe in putting the sort of best minimal viable product out there and then really committing to iterating that based on how our users use the product. And it's not because we're afraid of building the wrong thing, it's that we fundamentally believe that our users in mass are much smarter than us. And they come up with the most creative things that we could never have even imagined.
I think you should try to do it as soon as possible because I think researching, like I said before, is not super critical. I think the most important thing is really just putting it out there and see what happens. Because a lot of times people will hear an idea, they'd be like, oh, that's stupid. Or again, if you look around, you'll find people who are doing it. You really can't tell, I think, with consumer stuff, except for when you actually put it out there and see what happens. Sometimes ideas that everyone thinks is great just flop for whatever reason, and vice versa. Ideas that people think, like everyone, like 9 out of 10 of people say, no, that's never going to work, do really well. And if people are really good predicting at it, like you hear an idea and they can say if it's going to work or not, then everyone would win. Everyone would always have a hit, but it's pretty rare. So I think the most important thing is put it out there quickly and as cheaply as possible, and just see if how people respond to that. Because the way people use your product, and if you see any kind of traction or growth, that's really the only way to tell.
When you have lots of good ideas, you should pick the best one. And the best way to pick the best one is take your time exploring, trying some experiments, talking to people, even prototyping 6 different ideas. And once you decide which one feels better, at some point you will not have perfect information, but you'll have a good sense of, I'm not going to get any more information, so I should just decide. When you reach a point where you have enough scoping of the road from where you are, from this roundabout to going around in circles, then pick a path and then commit to it and stay with it.
As soon as we feel comfortable internally, we generally let it out to everyone. And, and hopefully we're responsive to issues as soon as they come up. And we'll take that first version of the product and add to it, or remove from it, or whatever it takes to make it better.
We were never ready to ship, so we just set a date. Because we could have continued working with that, product forever. Because we had so many ideas, so many plans, and it all just takes time and make things more and more complicated. So there was basically at some point we said okay, we're just time boxing this. On that date we're gonna ship. Let's make sure we have a coherent experience when we launch.